Hi, and welcome back to Cricket Buffet. John is still in India. We're going to preview the fourth test between Australia and India just a few moments. India with a 2-1 series lead heading into the Sydney test. So we're going to go over and speak to John right now. How's it going over there in India, John?
Not too bad. Bangalore's really good. Pretty cold right now, but otherwise it's nice over here. How's things back home over there?
Yeah, good. All good. Had a good Christmas and New Year. We'll get straight into the fourth test. India going to Sydney with a 2-1 lead. Right. How do you think they're going to approach this test?
I think India will go for the win because, like I've mentioned before, Virat Kohli does not know how to take a backward step. And this is a golden opportunity for them to seal the win. If they play defensively, they could lose. But I think they're going to play it smart. They will go for the win simply because if you've seen Tim Paine's comments recently, like he's like waiting for Warner and Smith to come back, shows a captain who's really down on his team and has zero confidence in the men at his disposal. So, like Steve-O used to preach before, if you got your foot on the throat, don't let them up. And I think Kohli's going to do just that. He's going to go for the win. He's got them on the mat. He'll go for the knockout punch, looking for 3-1. But if he sees that there's a chance of losing the test, only if there's a chance, then he would look for the draw. So tactically, this is where Shastri will come in, where he will say, go for the win. But if you see there's any chance that we could lose a test and the series is squared, play for the draw. But India will definitely go for the win. As far as Australia goes, I find them. I see it pretty hard for them to come back because, like I mentioned, Payne looks down on his team. This team on a flat track capitulated in a first innings when conditions were good enough to bat, not like the fifth day. Putting up 151 in home conditions on a flat MCG pitch, just not good enough. So I think they're really down. I am not so sure if they can get themselves up back to even square the series. That's my take on that.
Yeah, I think they'll need a pitch with a little bit in it. It won't be too flat. But if India do bat first, I think they'll just keep on batting as long as they can. If they can get to 1,000, they'll get to 1,000. So if they're talking about playing for a win, I think they'll see how it goes. But they love to bat first and just keep on batting.
Right.
And see how they go from there. What about changes? Especially start with Australia. The pressure's on Australia. What changes do you think for Australia?
I think the changes, they've already kind of made it obvious by getting Labuschagne in. And I kind of, Steve has already mentioned what, the 11 should look like. And I think he's spot on. He's saying get Sean Marsh back to the top to open. And let's not forget, he is a genuine opener and he started his career that way. So I think they need some stability at the top. Finch has proven that he's way out of depth at this level, at test level. Aaron Finch always appeared to be a very smart cricketer and calm and cool cricketer in white ball cricket, but he looks completely rattled in red ball cricket. He looks so nervous that if you look at the Adelaide test as well as this test, which is concluded, he just tried to hit his way out of trouble, which is what he would do in white ball cricket, but that does not really cut it at test level. So Finch really out of his depth, and I think it's a smart move if they can get Sean Marsh back up, keep Khawaja where he is. Everybody moves in a slot. Payne coming in at 5, Labuschagne at 6, and Mitchell Marsh and the rest of the team picks itself as far as the bowlers go. They've also looked at the pitch and saying obviously he's going to afford a bit of turn, so Labuschagne comes in as the leg spinning all rounder if you please. So I see that being more or less the change that Australia would go with. They'll have 2 spinners, 1 leg spinner, 1 off spinner, to complement the 3 pacers. So I think they would go with that and get Sean Marsh back to the top. So I think Australia would go with that. India would be tempted to get Ashwin back in as a second spinner or even Kuldeep Yadav just because it's going to turn. But Kohli has made the changes as often as he can. But India might just not want to fix what's not broken, and they might go with this winning 11, especially since their winning 11 has comprised of 3 champion pace bowlers who have delivered time and again through the entire year. Highest number of wickets in a calendar year for any pace bowling unit. And Jadeja did enough to justify himself in the playing 11. So I think India will stick with their playing 11 even if they're tempted to get in Ashwin or Kuldeep. They might need to push Vihari a bit more in the nets to get his off spin going so that they have a second spinner who can not just give a break to the bowlers but can be a wicket taking option. But all in all, I think India will stick to the winning combination. I think Australia will definitely get Labuschagne in, and it'll be good to see Marsh or Khwaja go back to open.
Yeah, don't forget Rohit Sharma's flown back to India, so
Correct.
Pandya will come in for him. I think they'll just make one change. They won't mess around. Vihari did a good job for India at the top of the order, although they didn't score many runs in the first innings anyway. And they won't mess around with their bowlers. Jadeja's earned his spot, so that won't change.
Right, that's true. I mean, I forgot that. Yes, Rohit Sharma has gone back to India, so Hardik will slot back straight in. But that gives them an option to play the second spinner if they would like. But I don't think they'll tinker with their pace bowling unit. Jadeja will play, and I think they'll just go with Hardik Pandya as the all rounder, unless they take a gamble and get in Ashwin, who can bat also. So I don't think they'll chance Kuldeep Yadav being so close to a series win. They could look at Ashwin and give him more responsibility as a batsman, and that way they get two genuine spinners apart from the pacers and somebody good enough to bat at number 6. So probably Hardik and Ashwin will be a toss-up. Seeing the conditions, they may go for it.
I see it a lot more black and white. I think they'll just go for the better batsmen. They know batting
Probably.
will help them get to a series win,
Correct.
and they won't risk it. So I think Pandya will come in. He's just a better batsman than Ashwin, so I think it's a very straightforward change personally. But we'll see what Kohli and Shastri do with that. Anyway, let's get to your prediction. What do you think will happen?
Well, we got our series prediction wrong. St. Joe won Australia. That's out the window now. So let me give it a good long thought. I think it's gonna be India's goal and opportunity, but I just don't like them getting complacent, and I hope they don't. But Australia would look, to get their pride back in. But I'll stick my neck out for the first time and say India 3-1. I just feel Australia is really low on confidence and they're flat on the mat. And as a leader, if Payne makes those comments, I don't know if he has any confidence left in this team. And for them to rally back in just 3 days' time with not a significant change in personnel, I'm not so sure if they can, come bounce back this time.
Yeah, okay. I'll lean towards the home team. I just think going into Perth had no confidence, and again I've got no confidence in Australia. The batting looks too brittle. It looks like it can fall over any time, whereas India have got that good solid middle order and a lot more quality. But just thinking Australia with a lot to play for, a bit of pride on the line, and with absolute zero confidence, I'll go Australia.
All right.
Okay, thanks for joining us, John. Have a good time. We'll see you back here in Hong Kong soon.
Oh yeah, and Happy New Year to you, Dan, and everybody watching us, to our entire audience. Very happy and prosperous New Year. See you guys.
Okay, thanks, John. See you soon.
Bye.
Okay, so there you have it. Great to speak with John over there in India. 4th test coming up tomorrow. Will Australia hit back and make it 2-all, or will India push on for a 2-1 or 3-1 win? We'll find out with the test starting tomorrow. But for now, from Cricket Buffet, it's goodbye.